This is a 1997 Honda CR-V, which actually happens to be the very first year that Honda decided to enter the SUV market. Now, Honda's primary mission was to aim for the sensible crowd, those of us concerned with reliability, not flash, or maybe with practicality, not glamorous razzle-dazzle. I'm excited to have Samuel Snow joining me in the CR-V today. Samuel has a fascinating past in that he was born and raised in Haiti, and he actually speaks fluent Creole. Samuel was recently married and has intentionally been sinking his roots right down here into Lancaster County. I can't wait to have Sam as an interviewee in this SUV while we drink some iced tea. Let's do it. Samuel!
Hey.
What's up, man?
Not much.
You ready for this?
I think so.
Okay. So, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about fruity flavors of iced tea? Can you handle that? I got an orange tea, got a raspberry tea.
Absolutely.
You can find one that sounds good. Do you even know how to say iced tea in Creole?
Well, they don't really have iced tea down there that I know of, but if I would translate it literally, it would be thé glacé.
Thé glacé?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thé glacé.
Thé glacé.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you probably already know this, but we're smack dab, like kind of right in the middle of a sermon series that's called The Miracle of Mercy. And so this week we're focusing on just how God's mercy is bigger than our failures, bigger than our mistakes, or where He's able just to kind of work through that. So Sam, I know that you've never screwed up before, but if you decided to make a mistake, how do you think that would make you feel?
I think I would feel a lot of shame. Just really feeling that sense of shame of what I've done.
Yeah. It's not like you speak from experience a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So going a little deeper, actually, in all seriousness, what does God's mercy mean to you?
I think ultimately what it comes down to for me is God's mercy to me is relationship. The fact that He has mercy for us when we fail in our brokenness as sinners, and just attribute to how much He desires relationship with us beyond the justice fact. God is completely just, and He is completely holy.
That's a good way of putting it.
But He has mercy because He desires to have a relationship with us. It just reminds me that He loves me enough to put up with me.
Yep.
But He loves me enough and desires a relationship enough that He'll forgive me and have mercy on me when I've made a mistake and when I've done something that has offended Him or hurt Him.
So, Sam, has there ever been a time in your life, has there ever been a point in your life where you thought or you believe or just felt that you were beyond repair? I realize it's a heavy question, too. It's a big, heavy question.
No, it's good, though. Probably one of the biggest times. And more recent times was actually when I left Haiti and I moved up to the United States.
Okay.
I was a missionary in Haiti for a number of years. I got to a point where I just burned out. There was a lot of things going on. I was just involved with a lot of things and just overworked, but at the same time there was some emotional and relational. And when I left Haiti and I came to the U.S., I fell apart, and I had this overwhelming amount of shame that I failed. When we fail, it's because we're not strong enough, and that's okay. God is strong enough for us, and He gives us the strength to get through that, but we have to surrender to Him.
Yeah, that's good.
And so when I surrendered to Him, He just covered me with love and relationship. It was just one thing after another, speaking life into me, speaking just redemption for those areas that I failed. One of the things I learned in that season was that I had to fail and I had to fall apart to see the truth.
Okay, man, yeah, that's good.
And the truth was that I needed God.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do all these things by myself. And I needed to take care of myself as I took care of others. And there are so many different truths that I learned in that season, and different things, ways to live my life that I had to change. But I couldn't do that until
those shells or whatever just kind of broken off.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I learned that failure, it's a beautiful thing. And it's actually a good thing when the shame aspect is taken away.
Yeah, dude, that's a really good truth. That's a really good nugget right there.
Yeah. It wasn't fun learning that one, but it was definitely very powerful for my life.